Ba-da-da-da. 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 Oh! Welcome back to a brand new episode.
I'm trying.
You're trying to find it?
I'm trying to find what it is that you're.
Yeah.
That you're,
What song is that? What song is that? Dun-dun-dun-dun, dun, dun-dun-dun-dun, dun, dun. I actually don't even know the words properly.
Is that
so if I re-sing it,
you got the? Oh my god, I don't know the name of the song, but
you're
does
there.
The chorus say like you got the best of my love, right?
It is. It's best of my love.
Oh, it is called best of my love.
What to find? What to feel?
Okay, do the intro again. Now that I have it in my head. Go.
What is up, guys? We are back in action. Brand new episode. Why do I always say back in action? Like there's so much action happening. We're two lumps on a couch, like just sitting here.
If we were doing it on a treadmill or something, it'd be different.
How terrible! Should we try it?
No. No. It's gonna feel like a stress test.
It would be really, it'd be shitty. No one wants to hear that.
What's up, everybody? Brand new episode of We Everywhere, baby.
And the longest intro ever done.
Yeah, no, but it was totally worth it. We are your hosts. I am O Marvelous and co-host with the Mo-host.
Let's see, who am I today?
How you feeling? Do you feel like 3-6 Nadia today?
How about she's feeling... I need like a disco one. Like a Nadina Ross. Something like that.
Oh,
or, I can't do Ross because it's too literate. It needs to be like Moss.
Moss? No, what? Like,
Nadina Moss? Or
no, I think you have to keep the Ross in order for the disco connotation to.
Didn't know if it was too literal, but
no, it's not. No, it's not.
We'll keep the Ross with your whole co-host Nadina Ross.
Oh, that's so good.
What's up, guys?
I don't even know where to start because that was too funny.
I threw you off, huh? I didn't even plan that. I just went with it.
No, that's the way it goes. What do we ever plan?
I know.
Really?
Wait, let's just get into the fact of like, before we started the show, like, deep breath, Nadia. Wow, I couldn't breathe for a second.
It's that treadmill that we're
on. Before we started recording this episode, I went to our notes, because what we'll do is shit that happens during the week, we kind of throw them in the notes. And then that way we don't forget, stuff to talk about. And so we do our little quick, like literal 5-minute rehearsal of like, all right, let's talk about this, and this, boom. And I go to pull up the notes and I haven't really been writing them. It's more been like, we'll be like watching something and I'll be like, Omar, write this in the notes. Put that in the notes. And so I go to read the notes and I can't understand your damn notes.
All right. So
it's like a secret language in here.
So we'll get to the explanation of the notes, but I think you should give them like the first.
That's what I was going to start reading the notes. Yeah. I'm trying to find the ones. Yeah. Hold on. Where is it? Where was the part where I was really scared? Oh, here we go. So Omar and I watched a documentary called I Pastafari, right? A flying spaghetti monster story. Yes, you heard that correctly. This is a real group of people. And what was it? They worship the devil?
No. What are you talking about? They worship the flying spaghetti monster.
Why did I was thinking of the Satan one that we watched.
It's because we watched a documentary on Satanism. Yeah, that was like a long time ago.
Not to scare you guys.
Well, there's a lot of there's a lot of interesting documentaries on Hulu.
Yeah,
like stuff that that just
are
happens
in
to
the
be
cut.
on there, and you're just
Yeah.
like, really? Like that's kind of interesting. Like I'll check that out. So yeah, so we stumbled onto one called I Pastafari, a flying spaghetti monster story.
Okay, so Omar writes in the notes. Let's see. I'm gonna read it, and you tell me what the hell it means. How
Go
about
for
that?
it. Yeah, go for it.
Should I start in the beginning, or is this in order? It doesn't matter.
It's kind of all over the place. I will agree with you that it's all over the place.
Okay, I know what that is. Okay, what is Friday Noodle Mass?
Okay, so let's give like a little bit of context here. This documentary is about the Pastafarians, okay, and that is a religion. The religion is Pastafarianism, okay, and yes, their deity is a flying spaghetti monster. But
Just Google it, guys. You kind of need to look at
definitely
it.
Google it. If you have Hulu or have a way to find this documentary, I really recommend that you watch it. Just for how, I mean, to us, right, bizarre this religion is, like,
Right.
You know, as every religion is to somebody else,
Right.
But this is like a really new one. Do you know what I mean? That's kind of what it's like for some people. It really is like, I don't know if your religion is real because it's kind of new.
And also, guys, you picked a spaghetti monster to worship.
Yeah.
So
it was the whole idea came from the mind of this college student named Bobby Henderson, who wrote like a satirical letter to the school newspaper or something like that. I'm butchering it, but the point is that that's what the Bobby Henderson thing. So now that you know that it's a religion, you know that they have congregations and they have masses, and they call it the Friday Noodle Mass. So that is what that note is.
okay.
What's another one?
Well, what's funny about Bobby Henderson is that it totally was reminiscent to me and like totally rang a bell of The Good Place and how what's his name? There's like a stoner guy. There's a picture of a stoner guy in Ted Danson's office,
Oh yeah.
and they worship him. Basically, they don't worship him
Well,
as their
no,
deity, but
Ted Danson says that he is the only person ever in existence to live a good life. That's why he's up there, because he's like the perfect good person.
okay.
And that's why he is. But yeah, it's just basically.
I thought they referenced to him more than
well,
that.
because
though.
he references him in the beginning of the show where he's explaining to Eleanor that she's dead.
Right.
And that, you know, people's understanding or idea of the afterlife is always completely way off, except for this guy. And that's where they first show him. And it turns out he was just like a super stoned dude.
I thought I totally I remember that now. I thought there was more to it as far as like I thought that they like used his way of living and rules, like they implement that, but they don't. They don't reference
That,
like
you mean that the algorithm that they used to select to give you points or take away points was based on his life? I'm not sure.
not based on his life, but just never mind.
We're not even talking
Okay.
about this show. Like, and I think
We're
I
on
butchered the whole thing as
tangents.
well. Like, I feel like I'm in a real butchery mood right
He's
now.
in a
I'm just gonna
butchery
butcher
mood.
everything.
Yeah. Omar's a little off, guys. He's not though. He's good.
Okay. So, since you kind of gave up on giving these,
I didn't.
notes,
It
like-
just reminded me of that, and then I was totally wrong. So here we are. I was completely incorrect in my assumptions. So forget everything you just heard
about the good place.
about the Good Place. That conversation never happened. Matter of fact, if we wanted to, Mark, you could take it out. He's totally leaving it. Okay. How about Russ Church made Guy Saint?
Okay. So that note means that the Russian church,
Okay.
like the Russian
okay.
Pastafarian church,
Uh-huh.
made a guy who's very much alive. Like there hasn't really, I mean, maybe in their eyes has done something, but made him a saint. And this is a guy by the name of Nico Alm,
Uh-huh.
like ALM. Look him up. No, but he is he's the guy that
I remember
began the
him.
colander thing.
Yes.
So here's another thing to let people know about the Pastafarians. Some of them, a large portion of them, wear spaghetti strainers or colanders on their heads.
All different kinds.
Like all day. Some have handles.
Some are metal.
Some are metal. Some are plastic. Yeah, but it's straight up like a big ass strainer.
And some of them wear them to the side, like they got swag, like they got different ways of wearing them. And okay, so that's a portion of them. Now, the originals that started it, for whatever reason, decided they wanted to wear pirate gear. So they dressed as pirates originally. And now, because this saint guy came in and was like, I'm going to wear a colander, it makes way more sense. And then people started wearing colanders. The pirates look down on the colanders.
Yeah, so
they're kind of like they're not real Pastafarians.
They're not Jamaican. It just makes you want to go there. Hey, I'm a Pastafarian.
Sorry.
You're from Germany.
The stereotypes are deeply embedded.
It is all over the world. I will say that. So here's the thing with the colander. So like Nadia said, the original, or the ones that were Pastafarian first, their whole thing is pirates. Why pirates and spaghetti? I don't know.
I think they did talk about it, but I don't
They did say that all humans are descended from pirates. That's their belief. Okay?
Everybody's a pirate.
Nothing existed before pirates.
Yep.
So
totally believable.
So this is a big point of contention to a very old school Pastafarian by the name of Bruder Spaghettus. It might be brother. I want to read it as
brother,
but maybe
because it's Bruder.
Yeah, but it's from Germany, so I think it's Bruder Spaghettus.
But it could be brother.
But brother Spaghettus
or Bruder.
He's a big pirate thing, and he considers the colander to be blasphemous.
Blasphemy.
God, I wish there was like a death metal band that sang about like the good and evil of Pastafarianism.
That would be hilarious. You should write it.
What else? What's another question?
Religious leaders, superior macarona.
Yes. So some people have a pope. Some people have whatever. Whatever the superior person in charge of your religion is. The leader of this church, of the...
You can't even say it.
Pasta diocese?
I can't.
Whatever. But yeah, that's what they call him. It's like because the one guy that was also the saint was also once the supreme leader, and he was like, yes, I was once the superior macarone. Macarona. Superior.
There's so many
macarona.
R's. Macaroni.
I wanted to make sure that you rolled it when you said it. Hey, I'm the superior macarone.
What do you think he is, a reggaetoni?
Not me. Macaron.
The other Italian.
What a horrible.
They're Italian, Jamaican Pastafarians. I'm crying. I'm literally crying. I can't even read my notes. Okay, what else?
How about the Oh, okay. You asked me about this one, about the communion noodle beer.
Yeah.
When they have communion at their masses, they're all given one noodle of spaghetti in their mouth.
That's gross.
And they drink beer. So instead of,
it's cooked too, huh?
Well, yeah. It's not like a hard ass piece of spaghetti. Like it's a noodle. It's like limp. Like
that's so gross.
So they all look like baby birds being fed worms.
Do they put salt and pepper on? I mean,
like, is it a butter noodle? I don't know. I think it depends on your donation to the church.
Right. Like, he's got the red sauce.
Oh my goodness.
What is this beer volcano stripper? Factory. Stripper factory.
That is part of their afterlife.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like some of like their heaven involves like there's a beer volcano and there's a stripper factory.
I cannot. What the?
Yeah, they have big banners that they fly that say "He boiled for your sins."
Oh,
for the spaghetti monster. But anyway, I think we've spent a decent amount of time on that. And you know what? Hey, if you are a Pastafarian and you know any Pastafarians, man, because there's a lot of them.
Someone DM'd me when I was posting about it when we watched it. I was like posting clips.
Oh, okay.
And I cannot remember who it was or what they said, but they for sure was like, yo, this is legit. I know somebody who is a Pastafarian.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, not that we
like I said,
don't know. It's not it is clearly legit. Like, weren't they trying to apply to be like, what was it? Basically taken serious. Where can we apply to be taken serious?
Is this the taken serious office? Yes. No. I have a requisition form.
Yeah, we have our license. It says here we're to be taken serious.
But anyway, yeah, watch that documentary. It was super interesting.
Yeah, let us know what you think if you guys end up watching it, or tag us of you posting watching it.
Yeah, and I think that they should be given as much legitimacy as any of the other religions. Like, hey, if you got a certain amount of people and you get the signatures, you can't hate. You know what I mean? Do it.
It's just, again, like it's. Did you guys have to pick pasta though?
I mean,
having a little hard time.
To me, it sounds like you are questioning Bobby Henderson.
Well, here's the thing.
I believe in Bobby Henderson. And I don't want to hear any questioning of Bobby Henderson.
I question many religions. However, men and I don't know, just personifying food. It just feels.
I will say, I don't know what you mean, like men.
I meant like I know what.
Like there's no female Pastafarians.
I believe in men. No. What I meant was like I believe in these characters.
You
in
mean
the Bible,
like Men in the Sky, or or Spaghetti Monsters.
I want to say that to me that is more believable and less far fetched.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, like I said, it's just like personifying food, though.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not a big fan of personification of anything. Like, I'll take Finding Nemo over a shark's tail. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like that the fish walk around like on two.
Yeah.
That's actually that's anthropomorphizing. So, yeah. So I'll take that back.
True, I'm
not
get it.
Into anthropomorphism, but anyway, I think that there's the same amount of proof that you can provide to saying there is this in the sky, an old man with a beard, or there is a spaghetti monster. If I ask you to prove it, you can tell me
no,
just believe me, and that's kind of
yeah.
I don't think you shouldn't have to pay taxes, but that's a whole nother thing.
So yeah, anyways, that was that on that. Also, speaking of other ridiculous television that we watched, we checked out Sexy Beast, which has been out for a while on Netflix. We did check this out a couple weeks back, but just hadn't gotten to it. Yeah, guys, you know what this is. I'm sure you guys have all watched it. I already know. I
really do hope that somebody has watched this. If you haven't watched it, spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers.
But definitely watch the panda episode. I'm going to say pause it right now. Like anybody gives a fuck. Pause it right now and go watch the panda episode, because that's the one we're going to talk about.
That one's really good.
That has the contestant that we like the most.
Yeah, I mean...
so you want to give us a breakdown for all the people that haven't watched Sexy Beast?
Well, I'm not as good as you, but basically it's just your run-of-the-mill dating show, except this time they are wearing a very, might I add, elaborate and detailed, and much respect and props to this makeup team, because they did the damn thing.
Mm-hmm. And I think it's... Well, okay, keep going.
Well, let me finish.
Keep going.
But they're all prosthetics and masks to look like a character or an animal. So by character, I mean like there's somebody that's a scarecrow. By animals, there's dolphins, there's pandas, there's mantis, beaver. Yeah. I think there were more animals, but yeah, one girl was a troll. So they do these elaborate masks and they're disguised. So you obviously can't see what they really look like, just trying to see if how what the true connection is beauty really skin deep?
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing as it's because we watched Love is Blind, and because Love is Blind got so much love they went and found other blind love style shows. Right. Because this Sexy Beast is a show from England from like 2014 or something like that.
Right.
But like you said, yeah, it's a dating show with incredible prosthetics.
Yeah, they killed it.
I would say that's what I was going to say. I was like, man, I would say it's almost more like a special effects team.
Yeah.
Than like just a makeup team. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we were in
They're
awe.
still makeup artists. It's just a special effects
true
type.
That.
Yeah.
But man, we were just like spellbound on these masks.
Yeah, it was really good. Really good.
That was the
scarecrow
good
with the stitching and the looked like burlap. I mean, it was just they killed it. But anyways, we're gonna talk about Carousel. She was
that's her name. That just so you're
she
not
wasn't
confused.
dressed as a carousel.
The lady's name is Carousel, spelled something like Karisselle.
That's what you have in the notes.
Yeah, but it's pronounced Carousel.
She goes on as a panda, and she goes on a date with a damn, I'm going off memory.
She goes on a date with a Martian.
Right. An alien. A robot.
Well, yeah, the alien. No, it wasn't.
Or is
a robot,
it Tin Man?
Tin Man.
Yeah, Tin Man.
It was like that. Like, and then
the ox.
Or
was it an ox? It was like a curly hair. Yeah. Water buffalo. It really was.
Who knows?
It was not good.
It was a wildebeest. It had horns. Whatever.
Yeah. So she goes on a date with these guys and Carousel. She's a lot. Carousel was putting it all out there on the first date. Just like, these are just things that I'm sorry, maybe I'm old fashioned. You just don't say these things on a first date because I feel like you're going to scare somebody away. It's just not first date conversation to me. It's first date, you're getting to know the person. And yes, you want to know fairly soon if they're into marriage, but to drop that right away and be like, listen, I'm here to get knocked up, or I'm here to like, that's a bit much for the first date. Yeah,
I mean, again, the format of the show, there's a lot of stuff that really made me laugh. So, they go on these like individual kind of speed. Just basically drink dates, and that's how you get to know them. Then after that, she gets to eliminate one of the guys, or if it's vice versa, one of the girls. You get to see what they look like. They go on a second date, a little bit of a longer situation at a bar, and then she makes her choice, or he makes a choice. But they have to go out into public with these masks on. It's not like they're setting up private things. So
they go to a bar.
At a bar and everybody's looking at them. I mean, it could be extras, right? They could have filled the bar. But just to imagine you're at the bar chilling, and then all of a sudden a panda and an alien walk in, and you're just like, I'm not supposed to go talk to these people.
You would see the camera crew.
Well, I know, but that was hilarious.
Yeah. It's hilarious. And then the other thing that was really hilarious is that they make them wear these elaborate prosthetics, and then they go out to eat, or they go try to drink beer, and it's like the dolphin, like her whole nose was dunking in the beer. Like, it's like, come on.
Yeah, they give them. There's no way. I don't know why no one drank anything with a straw. Maybe I think the dolphin drank with a straw in the first bar, but not the second one.
Well, because it's beer. Nobody drinks beer with a straw.
Exactly. But the point is that, these masks that they're wearing make it hard for them to drink, make it hard for them to eat. And for the few that have kissed, Because people do somehow connect.
I don't know.
And they'll like
How
just
they do
force their mouths through the mat.
Ew, it's just like their tongues touching.
Oh my god. It's only like I think maybe 6 episodes or something like that. But
yeah, it's easy to get through.
But yeah, you should definitely watch the one with the panda because like Nadia said, when she's giving her little intro, she's like, well, I'm 24, so my clock's ticking.
I think she was 26.
Or is that what she said?
I think it was 26.
Whatever. But then when the guy asks her, hey, how would you describe herself? She gives like the whole bunch of horrible things. And then she goes, psychopath.
Yeah, she's like a Sour Patch Kid, crazy, a psychopath. And then, or what did he say?
He gave such a side glance to the camera.
Yeah, he looked straight into the camera. He's like, a psychopath. You guys set me up with a psychopath?
And then at the end of that round, she eliminates him.
Yeah.
And he gets up out of his seat just jumping and like, yes. He
wanted to get eliminated.
And she was like, that's really rude or whatever. And he goes, yeah, but you said you're a psychopath.
Seriously. Bye. Oh, yeah. Don't say you're a psychopath. Don't say you want to get knocked up immediately. Guys, these are just the basic rules. I didn't make them up.
It was so funny. But yeah, it was a cool,
It's funny. It's a funny little watch. And then remember the other one with the scarecrow. The scarecrow on the dolphin episode, that was a good one too. Mm-hmm. And the scarecrow, poor guy. So when the first guy gets eliminated, they show him what the girl looks like, and then he was like, no, I don't want to see her. I don't want to see her. They're like, you sure you don't want to see her? They kept pushing it on him.
Oh,
he's like, no, I didn't come here for looks. I came here for an emotional connection. I was like, bro, you just can't handle the crushing factor that she might be hot and you've missed out.
Let's be real. You're like, look, I blew it. I don't even want to see how hot she is.
Yeah.
Because I'll just keep saying, she was just some dolphin. Or, do you know what I mean? Whatever. So I met some dolphin and now we didn't hit it off.
He'll probably end up watching
until he watches it on TV.
Exactly. Poor guy. So sad. I wonder how long it took them for them to sit in the makeup chair.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that's it feels like a couple of hours.
Yeah,
sure.
It's got to be. It's elaborate
because the stuff is not. It's not just
except
like
for
a
the
helmet.
owl.
But still, all that stuff has to be kind of glued to their face.
Yeah,
it takes a minute.
I'm just saying there were much more elaborate ones. I feel like the owl, they just glued feathers to her face.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It wasn't as good. There were a couple like that. But yeah, that's mostly what we've been watching. We also, wait, were we? Oh, okay. We also did a Conjuring marathon.
That's right. We should talk about that.
And we also Omar likes to order, guys. Fun fact. Omar likes to order things on the Instagram ads. They sucker him. They get him. He's one of those.
Yeah, it happens to me.
It happens to me sometimes too, but I.
So do you want to talk about that instead of the Conjuring?
Do we only have time for one?
No, we have all the time in the world.
Okay. Tell them about your cereal real quick.
All right, guys. So I totally fell for just the ad of I don't know if you guys have seen it, but after listening to this, it'll probably pop up because everything's listening at your house.
Didn't we talk about something and then it popped up on somebody's?
I think it was like the pillow cube.
Yeah,
and then it popped up on someone's feed. So,
yes,
we're pretty popular. The phones listen to us. But I went ahead and I ran into an ad for a cereal called Magic Spoon. Okay, and I don't know if you guys have seen it, but if you haven't, good. Don't worry about it. If you have, well, check this out.
Don't worry about it.
So it was just an ad where a guy's like, hey, this is a company that's making cereal that has no sugar and very low carbs and blah 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 blah, healthy cereal, but it tastes really good. And when I'm hanging around at the house and I happen to be smoking or whatever, sometimes I'm just like, all right, I'll just go for it. And I bought.
Sometimes.
It's been happening a lot lately. Like, but definitely I was like, okay, so I bought it and it showed up at the house and I got like 6 boxes of this shit.
Oh my God.
And then I finally did the math and I was like, man, I paid like $10 a box.
Woo!
Like, that is insane. So right off the bat, I gotta be like, nah, like that's not cool. You know what I'm saying? That's way too much for.
And they're
cereal.
smaller boxes.
And they're small boxes.
Yeah.
Like, now here's the thing. So I finally had some, and I had the one that was like, what was the flavor? Fruity, which is basically like a Fruit Loop, and then the other one, which was cookies and cream. And here's the thing: for having no sugar,
it has no sugar at all.
It has no sugar at all.
That makes a lot of sense. I didn't know that.
Yeah, but for having 0 sugar,
okay,
they're not bland.
They're not bland. You're right. No,
you know what I mean.
But they're bland.
but they're not. Yeah, they're not beating you over the head with sugar. So I got to be like, okay, cool, because I love cereal, but I happen to like Lucky Charms and shit like that. And I'm just like, I can't just be crushing big ass bowls of that anymore. Yeah. And
you're not 20.
And I was like, let me just give it a shot. So if they were not that expensive, I got to be like, look, you guys provided what you said you provided, like a decent tasting cereal that has none of all this and this and that. The problem is that whatever they're making the cereal out of, it immediately gets stuck to your teeth.
Ew.
You know, weren't you having that issue when you tried it too?
Yeah.
It just like cakes right onto your teeth and you're just like, ah.
Ew.
And that's like a downside.
Uh-huh.
But I have like 4 more boxes to like.
You have a lot of boxes. Well, I didn't know. I remember you said it was like kind of healthy or whatever, but I don't know. I wasn't really fully paying attention when you told me. So when I tried it, I was like, ugh, gross. But now that I know that it has like no sugar because it's supposed to be healthy, I'm like, okay, I guess it's a decent alternative. But it's crazy how addicted we are to sugar, or how we're just expecting cereal to give you this. I don't know. It does slap you over the head with sugar.
Well, it's weird. So like this here is let's say this is the peanut butter one, right? So this is probably supposed to replace your Reese's Pieces or your, not Reese's Pieces, but yeah, Reese's cereal puffs or whatever. But those have chocolate, which no one's ever going to touch that. But anyway, these things have this box or whatever, it says that it has 0 grams of sugar. It has 4 carbs, 4 grams of carbs, 0 grams of sugar. It's, grain-free, gluten-free, whatever. And then when you compare it to the other cereal, you're looking at 26 grams of carbs.
Yeah.
And 11 grams of sugar.
But what's the serving size?
A bowl?
Well, everyone has a different.
Serving size is a cup.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I don't know if that's less or more, but...
Do you think you put more than a cup? You probably put more than a cup.
I don't think I've ever eaten a cup of cereal in my life. Like, the measurement alone is preposterous.
Yeah, it's you have like 2 cups.
I mean, at minimum, for sure. But like I said, I totally, I don't know. I don't want to say that I got swindled or whatever, because it did provide it, and it doesn't taste bad. I think that
But would you keep buying it?
No, because it's like $10 a box. Now you could probably join their little subscription thing where they'll send them to you, on the regular, and you might get a discount on it.
The packaging is cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I just, for $10, like, I think that was crazy.
Yeah, it's a lot.
But if you really care about, like your health, or you have kids that you want to introduce cereal and you don't mind the price or whatever, go for it. It's called Magic Spoon.
Yeah, it's good for kids so that they're not hung up on sugar the way we are.
Yeah, and like I said, I have a ton of these boxes, but I'm not dreading eating it. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not like, ugh, I gotta go through it. I'm like, all right, cool. We'll just see what the next one is, because like I said, they're not bad.
You're going one by one? You haven't tried them all
I opened 2. No, because like, I didn't want to open all 6 and then try to find them all in like containers. We don't have that many containers. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't want to mix them. It's just like, whatever. Decisions had to be made.
Our cereal containers are already filled with cereal.
Mm-hmm.
The bad cereal. But yeah, so if you guys want to check that out, check that out.
Yeah.
Don't expect it to be that delicious.
But yeah, I think the thing that Nadia was laughing about was that a box showed up and it had 6 boxes of cereal in it, and she's like, "What's wrong?"
And then then he goes today, right? So we're gonna go camping. So I did kind of buy some stuff for the dogs. So we're taking the dogs, and like I got them a thing to lay on when we're outside in the dirt. Yeah, they're gonna get dirty, but like it's a cooling mat. It's supposed to be like 100 degrees when we go. So I was like, okay, this is cool. Like it has cooling gels so they can lay on it when we're outside.
Mm-hmm.
I got that, and I've got them some light up collars at night.
Sure.
And you're like, oh, you're so extra.
The light up collars I completely agree with.
Okay.
It just made me laugh that you're like, here, look, and you're talking to the dogs, and you're like, you guys want to lay on this bed? I can fill it with water and cool it down for you. I'm like, they don't give a fuck about this.
You called me extra. You're like, you're so extra. And I said, really? From the guy that bought 6 boxes of $10 cereal on Instagram? And I'm extra.
And I couldn't argue with it. So I was like, all right, cool. Keep the liquid, dirt mat or whatever
we'll
that you're
see.
going to give them.
We'll see. I got it at Petco. You can fill it with water and it activates it so it keeps it cool. But it is kind of like, I mean, I guess it's for better cleanup that it's not cloth or any of those materials that make it soft. It's kind of rubbery. So we'll see. We'll see if they like it. But yeah, so we did a Conjuring marathon because there was a 3rd installment of the Conjuring that's kind of been out for a bit now.
Yeah, it's been out for a minute.
Yeah, and we just hadn't gotten to it. So finally, the other night, I really wanted to watch it, but then I was like, wait a minute, did you see 1 and 2? And you were like, I saw the first one, but you were like, I kind of don't really remember it, and I don't think I saw the second.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, let's just go in order. It just makes it better when you watch.
I mean, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I will say that I do remember scenes from the first one. When we were watching it, I was like, okay, I do remember this, I do remember that, but I had no idea what the story was about.
Right.
The second one, I definitely had not seen it.
Mm-hmm.
And the third one, well, obviously neither one of us had seen it, so it was cool to experience him like that.
Yeah.
Like with the first one, when you were like jazzed because you're like, yo, I know that this is good. The second one, we were both kind of iffy.
The second one, I think I still like it a lot, but I feel like the first one felt more believable. Do you know what I mean? Like it wasn't as in your face scare. Like, how do I explain this? The second one was just so literal with the scariness. Like, if that makes any sense. I don't know how to describe it.
The first one was very haunting.
Yes.
Like, it was a haunting kind of a thing. And possession, of course, but...
Which, to me, is one of... That's the scariest topic for scary movies, is demonic possession. I think that is the ultimate scary of the scary. Like, I'll take clowns, I'll take spiders, I'll take anything, I'll watch it. But demonic possession is... Whew, that is some scary shit.
Well, the thing was that I don't want to jump into another movie, but let's keep going with this. The second one, I think they ramped it up. They were like, yo, we got to try to make it more scary. And they brought in the nun and stuff like that.
The nun?
There was some really good jump scares. Like, they do have some nice jump scares. But ultimately, I think the second one is the weakest of all the movies.
I agree. If I had to put them in order, I would say the first one's my favorite, then the third one, then the second.
Yeah, the third one I liked because the third one, I feel like they flipped the way that they told the story. Do you know what I mean? It felt more like...
What did you say? A courtroom drama?
Like a courtroom, like... You know what I'm saying? Kind of a deal, because it's like, okay, you're like, what's going to happen? Are they going to be able to prove that what this kid did was under demonic possession?
Right.
So it was a lot less focused on, we got to make sure that we get him out of there. We got to get him out of there. It was more like, let's try to prove that this is all exists. I don't know. I liked it for that aspect. It was
so if you guys don't know, The Conjuring is based on true events. And this is about a true couple that really did exist. Lorraine and what was his name?
Ed
Warren. And she was a psychic medium. And I think he had abilities as well, didn't he?
Yeah, I think they both had the ability to just bullshit their way through life.
I'm saying what they presented to have.
Jesus.
Yeah, Omar's not buying any of it.
I'm not about it. Like, I enjoyed The Exorcist. I thought The Exorcist is still one of the scariest, like, crazy movies. Like, you know, if you haven't experienced it, right? And you should watch it. I liked it. I mean, it is of its time.
Yeah, it's definitely of its time because I did not watch Exorcist when it came out.
Obviously.
I was young and my parents...
weren't even born.
Oh, yeah. Wait, when did it come out?
It came in the 70s.
Oh, shit. Okay, well, I never got around to watching it.
1973.
Okay. So I never got around to watching it. My parents were just like, that movie's not even allowed in our house. Well, my mom was like that.
Right.
My dad was like, let's watch it. Let's watch it. Like, he always wanted to watch it because he thought it was like, by the way, fun fact, Nas's parents and my parents went on a date to go see it. So obviously I didn't know that it was from the 70s. I forgot. They went on a date to go watch it in the movie theater.
Okay.
And Nas's dad was so scared and disturbed by this movie, he walked out.
See?
He walked out of the movie.
I'm telling you, at the time...
He was like, I am not down for this.
Yo, at the time, it was the craziest thing ever. And it tanked that poor girl's career.
Yeah.
Like... She could have been somebody.
Yeah.
No, but
no one could ever look at her again.
It was crazy. I mean, okay, here's a weird ass story.
Okay.
Okay, how about this? I got one for you.
Okay.
I went to Catholic school.
Same.
But in 6th or 7th grade, it must have been then. For Halloween, we all decided to watch it at school.
Wow.
And they sent home like a permission slip, like, we are going to show the kids The Exorcist.
What?
Yeah. And you know what I mean? We'd like you to sign off to that it's okay for the kids to watch it. Did
your parents sign off?
Hells no. My mom totally blocked me. She demon blocked me. I was like, for real, you're not gonna let me watch this? I'm
sure there were other kids that their parents were like, hell no.
Yeah, but I don't care about those other kids. I was worried about me. I wanted to see this, and I knew that it was gonna be like, I knew there was gonna be people that I was like, man, I gotta be in that room. You know what I'm saying? This is a bonding experience too. You know what I mean? You don't want to miss out on that too. Like, you'd be like, oh, well, no, sorry, get out of here, Omar. We're talking about The Exorcist. Like, oh shit. Damn it. And the worst, so I didn't get to watch it with my friends. And worst of all, I had to kick it in 1st grade. I had to kick
they
it in
sent you to the first grade?
To the 1st grade, and
what
I just hung out in the corner. Literally, like, I hung out in the back of the classroom.
You got to go back to 1st grade.
Yeah, and just like, they didn't give me work. It wasn't like a punishment. It was just like, well, you can't see it, so every kid has to go to some different class and just hang. And I just hung out in like with the 1st graders. It was so ridiculous. But funny. Yeah, mom totally. So I had to watch that one on my own.
I mean, yeah, I can't believe they showed that at your school.
So weird.
Yeah, that's strange.
I don't even know because the principal was a nun. The principal was a nun.
Maybe she was the nun.
Maybe she was the nun. She's like, blah.
Which that nun in the second one is one of the scariest horror movie like characters to me.
But you said that the Nun movie wasn't any good because I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I remember thinking it was kind of cheesy. I went to see it when I was on tour with Miguel. We went and met up with Miguel and Mark, your brother. He was there, and Mark and Nick, me, Darla, and I think Nas went to go see it. I think, did Miguel go too? I don't remember. But we went to go see it, and it was just not good. I don't know. I haven't seen it so long that I don't remember why I didn't like it. Kind of want to watch it again, especially since you haven't seen it. We should watch it.
Yeah, I'm down to watch it.
And I loved Annabelle, which Annabelle is connected to these stories as well. But real quick, going back, we did like 10,000 tangents right now. But going back to Exorcist, what I was going to say was that I don't know. I watched it so much later in life. Like I probably only watched it maybe like 7 years ago, if that.
Right.
And I was just like, really? I was afraid to watch this movie all this time.
I mean, yeah.
So I missed it. I missed the boat of being, it just kind of was lame to me.
I think it really kicks it up. Especially if you really are of the belief that you could be possessed.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? It's scary because that, and you know, I think it was the first movie really where it was happening to a kid that a bunch of people had seen it, and it was like, you know, then you had the head spinning and all the cursing
the
and the throwing
part.
up and
The stairs.
They added that for the like later on. The one where she
that
does
wasn't
the
the original?
crawl backwards. Yeah, I don't think that was in the original one. I think they took it out, or I don't know if they had even done it.
That doesn't make any sense. How could they add it later?
I mean, what are you talking about?
You mean they filmed it but didn't put it in?
It was included in a like a later version of the movie.
Got it.
But let me talk about Annabelle. Let's go back to the Conjuring. Here's the thing with the Annabelle doll. You never see it move.
Don't steal my line. There you go, stealing my notes.
Right. So I want you to tell me. I want you to tell me what you had written down.
Bastard.
Tell me, because you never get to it. You like, and then you later on you're like, oh, I didn't talk about the note.
I mean,
so tell me what you wrote down.
Well, okay, so we're watching it.
Mm-hmm.
No, we weren't watching Annabelle.
No, we're watching Conjuring.
The first one, whatever.
Yeah, because the first one starts with Annabelle.
Okay, so Annabelle, you see her locked up, and then the next thing you see her in this like other room, sitting in a rocking chair, right? And I turned over and I'm like, you know what I really want to know? I really want to see, like, how does Annabelle get around? Like, is she floating? Or is she walking? Is she crawling on the wall? Is she scaling the walls? How does this bitch get around?
You've seen the Annabelle movies, right?
Yeah.
In those movies, does she also not ever move?
I don't remember seeing. It's always like, there she is. There she is. Everywhere you turn, there she is. It's not like Chucky where he's like walking around, well, like personified.
No one ever catches her like in the hallway, like mid.
No.
You know, from going from the living room to the bedroom.
Yeah.
So
she never gets caught.
Do you think she
moving.
floats, or do you think she just disappears?
Yeah, it's weird. It's like she just vanishes and reappears. That's another option.
Because they threw her in a dumpster, right? And then she shows up in the living room.
Maybe she drags on the ground too. We don't even know.
And if you guys look up what the real Annabelle doll is, the one that these people really tried to sell as like the most possessed thing ever in life, it's a Raggedy Andy, like a Raggedy Ann doll, like a big ass Raggedy Ann doll.
Yeah.
So they want you to be afraid of this thing. It's not even creepy like Annabelle is. And they have it in there. It's in the movie a bunch, and it really existed. They have it behind glass with like a note on a piece of paper that's like, hey, don't open this because Annabelle's in here.
She can kill you.
This is the scariest demon.
She can't get through glass.
You know what I mean? They hadn't perfected glass in hell yet. They didn't have the perfect mix of lightning and sand, so they don't know how to make glass. Because this demon's like, no.
Yeah, that part's always so funny to me.
Give me a break.
And same thing with the fact that like all of these demonic objects, like all these demons possess these inanimate objects, right? And the Warrens collect them. So after every time that they go to a gig,
yeah, like we got a show tonight.
Every time they got a gig, they take that possession and they keep it in their little downstairs cellar and they just lock the door. And it's like, so you're telling me that all of these things like possessed people just by being in the same household, and you have all of them in your like cellar and you guys are fine?
Yeah, funny how that is, right?
Right?
They're the only
That's
ones
the
that
part.
can contain the magic.
So I get
Inside.
Yeah.
I heard they used to go to the Antiques Roadshow a lot.
right.
Probably
I
trying to
hate
sell.
you.
What is this worth? Oh, it's got a demon in it.
Does it cost more if there's a demon in it?
Yeah, because here's the thing. Are you into ghost hunting? Like, I would go. I would totally go.
You mean like, do I believe it or would I be down to do it?
Well, I mean, like, do you believe in what they're looking for, like the ghost that they're gonna look? Because I'm gonna go just to allow myself to get freaked out.
Yeah, I'm so down. Here's the thing. I'm not opposed to. I think that there's a possibility it could be real. However, the ghost hunting seems a little. I don't know how believable that is to me.
See, we're watching the movie, and you tell me, like, do you think those scratches really appeared on the wall like that? I'm like, absolutely not. But you're gonna tell me now. You're like, I don't know if I believe in the ghost. Like,
just because I asked you doesn't mean I believe
you're like,
it.
it's a lower
I just
level
wanted to
of
hear what you were
demonic.
gonna say. No, but okay. So now that we're on the subject of that,
Mm-hmm.
the part that gets me.
Mm-hmm.
Is when this is the part that makes it all really believable for me, that I'm like, okay, this is selling me, is when you see people going through exorcisms or when they're possessed,
Mm-hmm.
when they all of a sudden can speak in a different tongue.
Right.
And that has been recorded.
Mm-hmm.
And also when you hear the recordings of these people going through whatever's happening to them, that voice and what they're saying and the laugh, it's not theirs. It's very bizarre. Now, you're looking at me crazy because you're like, duh, they can probably edit that shit.
No, I believe
But
it.
not back then.
Well, how long? I mean,
In the
back
70s.
Okay.
Could they manipulate and edit audio like that?
Yes.
Damn it.
What you think? People have been making records. You know what I mean?
But I didn't know it was that advanced.
I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to take it that far that they're going in and digitally manipulating or whatever. Like, no, but
I thought they just had like records.
just sitting there with a viola or fucking. Just they're cutting it to. They're just like, yo, let's.
They're just scratching the record.
Let's lay this on wax real quick. You ready? And go demonic possession. Oh yeah,
Fuck
that's a
you.
I don't know. I think I don't know the whole ghost thing and all this. And all
So
that.
you don't believe it at all whatsoever? Not even
No.
1%.
I am afraid of a sound in the dark. Like hell
Okay.
yeah! Like I'm totally that freaks me out because I can't see where that sound
Right.
is coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm saying? But I don't immediately jump to there's a ghost there.
That it's, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You think that there's a more logical explanation
I think it's just the fact that I can't see it makes
that
me
makes it
uneasy.
scary. Of course.
You know what I mean?
Of course.
So I definitely. So if I were to go ghost hunting,
Mm-hmm.
like I'd be like, all right, cool. Like you know how when we were watching the Conjuring, you were getting not mad, but you were just poking fun at the fact that I was like getting super super anxious before anything actually happened, and you were like, yo, you're making me nervous. Like I like that feeling.
Yeah.
Like I like being like I'll even kind of try to induce the nervousness of the jump scare that's gonna
Yeah.
come out so that it's a bigger release.
Yeah.
Like I fucking
Wow.
dig it. Like I did. Remember when I was squeezing you?
He wants to feel released.
And you were like,
yeah. You're squeezing this shit out of me. No, I mean, I know that feeling and I get it. Same thing with like, I used to be so scared of the dark, like terrified.
Mm-hmm.
I had to have, actually, when I was a kid, I used to sleep with this stuffed rabbit that was holding a basket of flowers.
Mm-hmm.
And since it was holding, its arms made like a hugging, like they were connected.
Mm-hmm.
And I had this glow in the dark. I wish I knew what happened to it. It was a glow in the dark Virgin Mary. And I used to stick the Virgin Mary in the bunny's arms.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like, if I didn't sleep with that, I was going to get attacked. The demons were going to get me. I swear.
Did you have to
I don't think I ever told you that.
Did you have to charge the Virgin Mary up against the light bulb first? Like,
no, it was just glow in the dark. She was like clearish.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, no, she wasn't solar powered. I know what you mean.
Solar powered. She generates her own light. Thank you very much.
It's from the Lord.
Well, here's the thing about ghost hunting. So I came across this story, and it says, ghost hunter plunges 15 to 20 feet as paranormal investigation goes wrong.
Whoa.
All right. So,
that's far.
Right. So this happened at the Buffalo Central Terminal. I'm assuming Buffalo, New York. And they were, going through this bus terminal looking for ghosts.
Okay.
And this lady fell through a roof.
Wow.
through the substation roof. So she's up there.
Is she okay?
I don't know if she became a ghost.
I hate you. And I'm sure all the rumors were the ghost pushed her.
No, she's okay. She's well, okay. No. Hold on. Her condition is not known. Ooh. A man hunting ghosts with her was not injured. I think this guy tried to kill his friend.
Clearly. Man, that's wild. But going back to The Conjuring, for me, I think these may be my top scary movies ever of all time.
Like the first one for sure.
And yeah, not just because of how, like I said, that demonic possession to me is the scariest. Mm-hmm. I just think that these movies are really well done. I think the storyline is good. I like the fact that it's based on real people. The acting's great. The actor selection is great. Like the set is great. Like it checks off all of my boxes. Mm-hmm. They're just really excellent movies.
Have you seen The Exorcism of Emily Rose?
I think I have.
That's a good one. I think
that
too.
I was really afraid of that one.
Yeah, that one's really good.
Yeah.
And she does all the body like
contortions. Yeah.
She was doing them herself.
That part is really scary.
That's the actress that played Dexter's sister in Dexter.
Ah.
I think that was one of her earlier roles. But that's a really good movie about like demonic possession and stuff. So
just to keep it light,
that's what
if you guys are into demonic possession, they're like, so now do you know we're getting really dark talking about Satanists and
but when
it's a controversial episode.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you find yourself succumbing to the darkness, just think that out there is a flying spaghetti monster. That's going to bring you to the light.
That will bring you to salvation.
To the beer volcano and the stripper factory.
You will not be starved.
You know what? I'm convinced.
You guys have to look at it. It has like these wiggly eyes. Like cartoon
it's got a whole Wikipedia
eyes.
Page. Like don't even trip.
Wow. No, and I even found there is a GIF on Instagram. If you put in Pastafari, I don't remember if it's Pastafari or Spaghetti Monster, but I put it in the GIF section for stories, and there he was.
I'm telling you, he's always watching.
Man, wild. I think that's the perfect way to end this episode.
That is true.
This was if you guys are very religious, I'm sorry if we've offended you.
Yeah, it's all it's all in good fun. Believe whatever you want.
Yeah.
Just don't hurt nobody.
Always.
All right, guys. So that's going to be it for us. Follow us on our socials. You know what they are. Please go ahead and rate us 5 stars. Tell your friends to listen. Or tell your friends just subscribe. Just automatically download them. Whatever.
All the things. Rate, review, subscribe. There's YouTube. And also, we're coming up on our 1-year anniversary very soon.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. So I think that, everyone, we did a live Zoom a few months back, did really well. You guys had a good time. No. We're going to do it. Yeah. Omar's with the bonus episode, and then We never did the bonus episode. Somebody was like, "Are we gonna get a bonus episode?"
Yeah, honestly,
I was like, "Damn it!"
Thanks so much for sticking with us. July was such a kick in the ass. We're not gonna get into any of that topic.
The past 2 months have been rough.
It's been a rough one, so we're definitely running to catch up and do this proper again and with regularity, hopefully twice a week like we were before. So
right.
Thanks for sticking with us, and we really appreciate it.
And because we appreciate you guys so much, we were thinking of doing another live Zoom for our 1-year anniversary. I think that would be a really fun way for us all to connect, and we can play games again. We can smoke, we can drink, whatever. If there's any ideas that you guys have of fun games that we could play on Zoom, we should definitely do it again, because we had a good time and it was really fun and cool to meet you guys and put faces, and not just faces, because sometimes we can see your pictures, but to hear your voices, and like you're a real person. So you're not just a picture on Instagram, which is kind of cool to see. So yeah, we'll post about that, and we'll pick a date and we'll let you guys know, and we hope you guys join us.
Bye.
Signing off, I am Nadina Ross.
Oh my goodness, and I am a marvelous.
Goodbye.
Wow. We everywhere, baby.